Building a nation: founding principles and early debates. The United States was founded on a set of ideals: liberty, equality, and self-government. These principles were enshrined in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. However, from the outset, there were disagreements about how these ideals should be put into practice. The Founding Fathers, a diverse group of leaders, debated fiercely over the structure of the government, the balance of power, and the rights of citizens. One major point of contention was the relationship between the federal government and the states. Federalists, like Alexander Hamilton, favored a strong central government. Anti-federalists, led by Thomas Jefferson, argued for greater state autonomy. This tension between centralized power and states' rights continues to shape American politics today. Early American politics also grappled with the issue of slavery. While the Declaration of Independence proclaimed that all men are created equal, the Constitution allowed for the continuation of slavery. This contradiction would eventually lead to the Civil War. The first few decades of the United States saw the formation of political parties, which provided a framework for organizing different political ideologies. The Federalist Party, advocating for a strong national government and a commercial economy, eventually gave way to the Democratic Republicans, who championed states' rights and an agrarian society. This early period established the groundwork for the partisan system that continues to define American politics. A House-divided party politics and the Civil War. The 19th century witnessed the evolution of the two-party system. The Democratic-Republican Party split into the Democratic Party and the Whig Party. The Democrats, led by Andrew Jackson, championed the common man and limited government. The Whigs, led by Henry Clay, favored government-sponsored economic development. The issue of slavery increasingly divided the nation. Abolitionists in the North condemned slavery as a moral evil. Slaveholders in the South defended it as an economic necessity. The Compromise of 1850 attempted to avert conflict, but it ultimately failed. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln, a Republican opposed to the expansion of slavery, was elected president. His election sparked the secession of 11 Southern states, which formed the Confederate States of America. The Civil War, a brutal conflict that lasted 4 years, followed. Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War was crucial. He issued the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing slaves in Confederate territories, and he helped to preserve the Union. The Civil War was a defining moment in American history, ending slavery and reaffirming the supremacy of the federal government. Progress and reform. The turn of the 20th century. The late 19th and early 20th centuries were a time of significant social and political change. The Industrial Revolution transformed the American economy, leading to rapid urbanization and the rise of big business. This period, known as the Gilded Age, was marked by both economic growth and social inequality. The Progressive Era emerged as a response to the challenges of industrialization. Progressives sought to address issues such as poverty, corruption, and monopolies. They advocated for government regulation of business, labor reforms, and women's suffrage. Key figures of the Progressive Era included Presidents Theodore Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson. Roosevelt's Square Deal aimed to promote fairness in business practices. Wilson's New Freedom sought to break up trusts and promote competition. The Progressive Era left a lasting legacy, expanding the role of government in regulating the economy and addressing social problems. The New Deal and global conflict, shaping modern America. The Great Depression, which began in 1929, plunged the United States into its worst economic crisis. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt responded with the New Deal, a series of programs designed to provide relief, recovery, and reform. The New Deal expanded the federal government's role in the economy and social welfare. World War II dominated the latter half of the 1930s and the early 1940s. The United States emerged from the war as a global superpower. The post-war era saw the beginning of the Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Cold War shaped American foreign policy for decades. The United States pursued a policy of containment, seeking to prevent the spread of communism. This led to U.S. involvement in conflicts in Korea and Vietnam. The Cold War also fueled a nuclear arms race, raising fears of global annihilation.